Sesh on if economic growth is always good for businesses. Now, economic growth is measured by GDP. GDP is the gross domestic product, and the gross domestic product measures the total value of goods and services produced within an economy, within a country, over a period of time. Now, yes, economic growth will be good for businesses because higher economic growth will likely lead to increased incomes, and increased incomes might lead to increased consumer confidence and therefore increased spending, increased consumer spending. Now, that's going to be great if your income elasticity of demand is very positive and very big, such as a luxury good. Now, a luxury good, we estimate that its YED is plus 4.5. So if the economic growth led to an increase in incomes of, say, 10%, that will mean its sales will increase by 45%, 10 times by plus 4.5. Now, other benefits of economic growth is opportunities, because there's opportunities for expansion into new markets or new products, or even both if we're thinking about diversification. Now, also, if you have increasing, rising GDP, economic growth, likely to lead to increased investor confidence. Now, investor confidence goes up, which will mean more finance is available to businesses to do that expansion into new markets or new products, or to do some form of innovation in terms of their research and development. So all great things for a business. Now, on the other side, the bad, the it depends on points. So if you've got economic growth, well, it might not be great if you're an inferior good. So your YED is deeply negative. Here, we'll just flip the sign around. So YED is minus 4.5. So economic growth increases and it leads to incomes going up by 10%. Well, here, that might actually lead to a fall in sales for a business, a fall in the quantity demanded, because 10 times by minus 4.5 leads to a 45% decrease in sales. Sad face. Now, also, you might want to think for this question, is economic growth good for a business? Well, it depends where you make most of your sales, because that's economic growth in the country you operate, for instance, the UK. But what if you make 95%, 100% of your sales as exports? You make them internationally. Well, the economic growth in your country might not necessarily be helpful for you. Also, you might want to think about higher economic growth might lead to more rivals, more competition entering the market, the industry that you operate within. And that could mean less profits for you. Or it could mean your costs are going to go up because you're going to have to do more marketing, put some more branding in place, create some barriers to entry. And the final thing to think about with economic growth is an increase in economic growth might lead to higher inflation. And that could mean that you've got a knock-on effect is you've got higher costs of production, because it might be that there's a scarcity of resources. And then on the cost side, it might be that workers now want pay rises because they're operating in an inflationary environment and they'll want to have increased wages, and increased wages will mean increased cost of production or increased cost of sales as well will probably lead to lower profit margins. So all problems from economic growth. So I hope that helps in that possible essay. See you in the next sesh.